The latest news in the Assam passport row, teams of Delhi and Assam police have arrived at the residence of Congress leader Pawan Khera. Earlier yesterday, CM Himanta's wife, Riniki, in her rebuttal to the Congress party's allegation had said that she had filed an FIR and called for a probe involving the Ministry of External Affairs. The face-off between the Congress and Assam CM Himanta Biswa Sarma has clearly escalated, now turning into a high-pitched political and a legal battle. After Congress leader Pawan Khera flagged allegations over passports and foreign assets, the Chief Minister's wife, Riniki Bhuyan Sharma, launched a sharp counterattack. Dismissing the charges as baseless and fabricated, she rejected claims of multiple passports, foreign nationality and overseas property, underlining that Indian law does not permit dual citizenship.
The kind of allegations they are making, like if we check with an Indian Passport Act, and that is itself says that what kind of foolish things they have done. India doesn't allow any dual citizenship, and they are talking about three. And I'm supposed, according to them, I'm supposed to be an Egyptian national, and they are talking about the golden visa. Now they are climbing down. And they are talking about some nonsense which I have been replying them in the Twitter. But it is really disheartening and really sad that the politics that they are taking to the level, and that too with such people with such authority, and where they are supposed to lead India, they are fighting for such petty reasons which are actually demeaning for the society, and they are pulling down the society to the lowest category. And that is what they are looking. It's like a mad dog running anywhere.
And now adding weight to her defense, the Egyptian government has termed the passport claim fake, saying that her identity was misused on unrelated documents. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma has gone on the offensive, alleging that the Congress relied on forged documents accessed from online sources. In a detailed post, he claimed that the so-called Dubai properties cited by the Congress are actually owned by different individuals and are not linked to his family. He further urged the public to verify the documents independently, even encouraging people to check the details themselves to uncover what he calls the truth behind the fake campaign. I am being joined by News9 input editor Brijesh Pandey with me on the broadcast. Brijesh, major development happening now. Assam police is at Pawan Khera's residence after his claims that Himanta Biswa Sarma's wife has 3 passports, to which the claim that has been rejected by Himanta Biswa Sarma and his wife.
Well, absolutely. You know, what has happened is that basically crime branch of Assam police has landed at the residence of Pawan Khera, and they are also accompanied by Delhi police, as the law, asks them to make sure that they inform the local police before any action being taken. This literally, the press conference which was done by Pawan Khera has exploded in a big way as far as Assam politics is concerned. Remember, voting is on 9th, and this is the reason why, Himanta Biswa Sarma was very quick to dismiss all the allegations which were levelled against his wife, his son, and saying that all the claims are misleading and preposterous, and his wife has filed an FIR in Assam. And what we've been given to understand is that on the basis of that particular FIR, to investigate more about it, to find the veracity of the documents and the allegations levelled against Himanta Biswa Sarma's wife, son and himself, Assam crime branch of Assam police has landed at Pawan Khera's residence. They are going to interrogate him. They will going to question him about the allegations which has been levelled, and they would also want to see the documents which Pawan Khera had said that, post that press conference, that more and more documents are coming to support the allegations which he has levelled against Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma. Now, since the press conference and the allegation and counter allegations, they have come up right in the middle of a very hectic political campaign which is going on in Assam, and this is the reason why both parties are acting with extreme alacrity, because they know any kind of defensive posture when it comes to these kind of allegation may dent their electoral fortune. And this is the reason why FIR has been filed. They are planning, Himanta Biswa Sarma is also planning to file a defamation case against Pawan Khera and others who are involved in this that press conference, and they have also filed an FIR against him in Assam.
That's right. After Pawan Khera made such bold claims, Himanta Biswa Sarma was quick enough to hold a press conference, and he also made some serious allegations against Pawan Khera, saying that the information that he's presenting in his press conference was actually sourced from social media platforms linked to Pakistan, and he also said that AI generated images were used by Pawan Khera, and now he threatened that he will take the battle legally, and now we see that police have reached Pawan Khera's residence as well. Now what is the road ahead for the Congress leader at this moment?
I think, once an FIR has been filed, the proper procedure, the legal procedure will be followed. Pawan Khera would be, interrogated, or rather questioned by Assam police. Assam police would also want to know about the source of the person who has provided Pawan Khera with those incriminating documents. They will also want to know from Pawan Khera that from where did he get the information that Himanta Biswa Sarma's wife has 3 passports. She has an Egyptian passport and also a golden passport, where the Indian law doesn't allow a dual citizenship. And they would also want to know, on what basis, on what, grounds those allegations have been made. If there's substance in the allegations, then, Pawan Khera has a safe ground. But other than that, I think this is going to be a bit problematic for Pawan Khera.
The latest that we are getting right now from the sources that Pawan Khera is actually not at his residence at this moment, while Assam Crime Branch has reached his residence as well. So now the battle is in a legal front now. They have filed complaint. Assam Crime Branch is there to get to know where the sources, what was the sources of the claims that were made by Pawan Khera. But earlier, if we go back into the history of this war of words, Himanta Biswa Sarma had made some serious allegations against Gaurav Gogoi and his wife having Pakistan links, and he said that he has explosive evidence against him. And now the Congress tried to counter it with 3 passport theory of Himanta's wife. And I think now, after both the press conference done by Assam CM Himanta Biswa Sarma and his wife, they have denied the allegations. Do you think that this is going to backlash at Congress at this point, when the polls are just around the corner?
Well, I think, what will happen is that even if Pawan Khera is not at his residence, the Assam police is going to serve, whosoever it at his residence with a notice, and they will wait in Delhi, I think, to get their chance to question Pawan Khera. See, Himanta Biswa Sarma had made, allegations against Gaurav Gogoi and his wife, saying that, they were on the payrolls of Pakistanis, and made all kind of allegations. But the only difference between that particular case and this case is that Gaurav Gogoi and his wife have not filed any FIR against Himanta Biswa Sarma. They have not filed any defamation suit against Himanta Biswa Sarma, and there is no case against Himanta Biswa Sarma based on his utterances against Gaurav Gogoi and his wife. But right now, as we are in middle of, a massive action which is happening, and today, at 5 p.m. Election campaigning will end in the election before voting takes place day after tomorrow. Himanta Biswa Sarma has had to move with alacrity. He knows he's a consummate politician. He knows that any kind of defense posturing in this particular case may lead to some sort of suspicion about whether it is true, whether it is false, and he doesn't want to give his voters, his supporters, any kind of ambiguity, any kind of a second thought in their mind, and this is the reason why they have acted with this alacrity.
But Brijesh, if you look at it, at the allegation that was made by Pawan Khera, there are some serious allegations. He did a press conference and he held some documents which had the pictures of the passports. If Himanta Biswa Sarma and his wife are neglecting all the claims, do you think that Pawan Khera must have done his research before making such bold claims in the press conference? And that too, around when the Assam polls is just around the corner.
Well, let's hope so. I mean, because otherwise, they're like, he can be charged under various sections, including forgery, and also, making slanderous, defamatory accusations against someone, and, making claims without having any kind of substantial proof. It'll be very, very interesting to see what kind of proof Pawan Khera presents to Assam, through crime branch of Assam police, because if those proofs are genuine, then then it's going to be massive embarrassment for Himanta Biswa Sarma. But going by the kind of offensive Himanta Biswa Sarma has launched, it looks likely that Pawan Khera, if he doesn't have the required proof, may land in a big legal soup for sure.